Notice what it says. Let's read it again, because we're going to spend most of our time in Romans 4. What doth it profit, my brethren, though a man say he hath faith and have not works? Can faith save him? If a brother or sister be naked and destitute of daily food, and one of you say unto them, depart in peace, but be ye warmed and filled, notwithstanding ye give them not those things which are needful to the body, what doth it profit? Even so faith, if it hath not works, is dead, being alone. Yea, a man may say, thou hast faith and I have works. Show me thy faith without thy works, and I will show thee my faith by my works. Thou believest that there is one God? Thou dost well. The devils also believe and tremble. But wilt thou know, O vain man, that faith without works is dead? Was not Abraham our father justified by works when he had offered Isaac his son upon the altar? Seest thou how faith wrought with his works, and by works was faith made perfect? The scripture was fulfilled which saith, Abraham believed Yahweh, and it was imputed unto him for righteousness, and he was called the friend of Yahweh. Ye see then how that by works a man is justified, and not by faith only. So you can say you believe, but that doesn't mean anything if the spirit of righteousness is not dwelling upon you. Right, exactly. That's it, Kimmy. So, and you can, if you've ever experienced born again, if that change ever came over you, when you received that spirit and you received the born again experience, your first thought was what? You don't want to do the things that you used to do. And why is that? Because the spirit of righteousness has come upon you. Me not even understand what happened to you, but the spirit of righteousness has come upon you. And now you don't want, if you was a drinker, you don't want to drink no more. If you was a drug abuser, you don't want to use drugs no more. You've been delivered. Why? Because the spirit of righteousness has come upon you. And now your nature, by the spirit of divine nature, is now saying, I want to obey Yah. And in Christianity, they get it all messed up. And why does that happen? Because you have people that are sincere in their desire to change their life. And when that spirit comes on them, they want to change their life, but they're in an environment of false doctrine. That's why it happens like that. Okay, so there's something that happens, and a person that might receive the spirit and they might want to obey, but then they're surrounded by false doctrine and they're being taught opposite of what the spirit gave them. And that's why the fire goes out. If you notice, the only people in Christian churches that are on fire for the Most High are new people. The people that are older are not on fire anymore. And they haven't grown. They don't grow in the spirit. They don't grow in truth. That's the reason, because you receive it initially, but then you're surrounded in an atmosphere of false doctrine and deceit in Christianity, and you think you're doing the right thing because that's all you know, but now you're losing the spirit of obedience that was given to you. Okay? Whereas now, being free from Christianity, being free from organized churches, so-called, now you receive the spirit of obedience, and what does it do? It causes you to get into the word of Yah. It causes you to study. It causes you to want to do his will. It causes you to want to obey him in every regard. It causes you to want to change how you dress, change how you eat. Why? Not because it makes you righteous, because you have already received righteousness. It causes you to do things that please him. That's why both James and Romans are saying the same thing. Romans is saying you receive this spirit by faith. You don't receive it by anything that you do. You cannot be declared innocent by what you do. And James is saying if you have indeed received that spirit, what you do is going to manifest the fact that you have received it. Does that make sense? Everybody follow me so far? So that if you can tell a person that's really received it. He gave us the example. Some brother that has food in his house, has clothes, and see somebody with none, and he going to say, blessed, you be blessed. I'm going to give you the cross sign like the Pope does, and you just be blessed. And don't give him the things that they need. That's a person that's a fake. Whereas the person that's real, when the Most High says, I need you to go sacrifice your children for me. Go to the mountain Moriah and put your child on the altar. And you go ahead and do it. That person has received the Spirit because they recognize in the Spirit talking to them. And they recognize in the Father in the Spirit. And they're going in that righteousness to do what the Father did. And the Bible will show us, even here, it will show us that he offered Isaac with the understanding that he could that the Most High could raise Isaac back up from the dead. Because he trusted in the Father. Okay? So they go together. It's not like they speak at opposite. If you listen to Christianity, these are contradicting each other, as the Christians would contradict themselves because their doctrine is false. I'm just being honest. The doctrines of the Christians is false. And so because of it, you're going to have contradictions that they cannot explain. But when you're understanding it as an Israelite from the truth of the Most High Spirit of righteousness, now it all comes together. Nothing ever contradicts itself. So the spirit of righteousness that you receive, justification by righteousness, causes you to keep his commandments, statutes, and judgments. Okay, causes you to do his will. Praise the Most High Yah. Let's take a break here. I'm going to stop for a moment right here.